It turns out that the print function has a little trick up its sleeve. You may recall in a previous program we had the age be number 55, x factor is 10. We added them together, so 55 plus 10 was 65, and put it in the new age variable. And we had a print statement. Your real age is, and when we didn't put this new age variable in a string function, an str string function, it had an error because it can't do an integer. It can't append an integer to a string, and it can't do math on them either. So you have to convert the integer variable into a formal string for this to work. Well, there's a little trick. You can do this with commas instead. So instead of doing appending with a plus sign, I could do print your real age is, and then this is between the double quotes. I put comma, new age, comma, and then I added another bit of string onto it, say using commas in the print function, just to delineate it from this print statement up here. So let's go ahead and run this. So you see I got the legitimate first one, and then this one with the commas worked well too. It worked exactly the same, except I added on this. But I want you to notice something. The real age is, it says is, and then there's a space before 65. 65 was my new age variable. And then there's a space after 65. But if we go back to the code, we didn't put any spaces there. I didn't put is space, comma, blah. So this is a little quirk or a feature, if you will, of the print statement when you use comma separators instead of these plus signs where you're appending text. It automatically sticks a space in between the individual strings. And the other trick, obviously, is when you find a integer variable like new age in the middle, it automatically promotes it to be a string for display purposes. It's kind of convenient, but you got to remember this. You got to remember when you do it this way between commas, you don't have to bother converting the new age integer to a string before printing it. If you do it on a string of commas, it'll just work. So it's sort of magic, a little feature that you need to be aware of. Now, you're thinking, but Steve, this is great. I don't have to put even a space there. Why do I have to do it? Why would I ever need to do it, rather? Well, if there was an important for you to not have a space there, if it was important not to have the space, you'd have to use the plus sign instead of the comma because it always puts a space there. That's not going to be usual. Most of the times you're going to want a space between this kind of thing, these strings put together. Okay? So just be aware that this is a feature of the print statement with commas, and you are free to use it as much as you want.